Could you please summarize some of the best thinking that you've heard on your podcast, your Al Franken podcast, about how we can address the root causes of health disparities?
One of the people I've had on frequently is Andy Slavitt, who is head of Medicare and Medicaid the last 2 years in Obama. And of course, we're talking about the same thing, which is getting to universal health care. Mm-hmm. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean single payer. I actually, during the debates, was a little taken aback by spending 20 minutes every time on single payer, because I'm not against single payer, but single payer without any private insurance, no other country has that. Mm-hmm. Oh, every other developed country, Bernie would keep saying, every other developed country has universal health care. They do it for half the cost and have just good outcomes. Yeah, and they all have private insurance. And what I was very worried about was we picked up 41 seats in 18, and it was healthcare. It was about healthcare, and we picked up those seats because they flipped from Republican to Democrat. So by nature, those are purple districts at best. And the reason that people don't want to lose their health insurance, and the worst thing that Obama said was, or the biggest mistake was saying, if you like your insurance, you can keep it. And that wasn't true. And that freaked people out. And the reason it wasn't true is that insurance companies were free to, every year, to change their insurance, and we didn't write that into the law because we probably couldn't have when we were doing Obamacare, doing the ACA. But the best thing we can do, the best advice that I've gotten is to win this election. But obviously, as Mary said, in terms of addressing COVID, we have to be tested. This is crazy what's happening. This is, I don't mind having a malignant narcissist as the president. If we had a different malignant narcissist who was smart enough to know that it was in his interest to address this, I would have been fine with that. I don't need the empathy. I need some intelligence. And this is American carnage. This is the American carnage that he talked about in his inauguration. And this guy is, we were going to have a pandemic. We weren't necessarily going to have an out of control pandemic. Mm-hmm. And if you look around the world, other countries have done it right. Have done exactly what Mary was talking about. Yeah. And exactly what Andy Slavitt talks about. And that is testing, contact tracing, isolation, wearing masks, social distancing. That's what we should have been doing from the beginning. And by the way, our economy would be opening now like it is in countries like Germany and other countries. That I made maybe too much of a political statement, because I know that most of our class is Republican.